Local charity Dunedin Curtain Bank has been working to help warm city homes through a campaign to collect and refurbish unused or unwanted curtains. Today, the organisation encouraged workers to swap their regular shoes for something a bit more comfortable in a bid to raise some much-needed funds. With us this evening to talk about the charity and the work it's been doing is co-ordinator Virginia Driver. Good evening.
Good evening.
And tell us a wee bit about the Curtain Bank and how it got started.
I started it last year, or kind of at the start of last year, as I saw a need in Dunedin. I mean, there's so many cold houses in Dunedin, and not just student houses, which we hear about quite often, but all rental properties and all owned houses. There's a lot. I think there's something like 89% of houses in Dunedin that are pre-1976, and very few of those actually are insulated.
How many people have you been able to help so far?
Probably, last year we probably helped about 50, but this year we have about 170 on our waiting list at the moment. So there's a big need for curtains. We're working with Housing New Zealand now. They're putting in the rails and we're doing the curtains. So that's awesome because a lot of their houses don't have rails in them either. Yes.
So how are you funded?
We go out and find funding, which is hard. It's a very hard slog. There's certain things that people will fund, like capital projects, that's quite easy to get funding for, but things like overheads and marketing, flyers, business cards is almost impossible to find funding. So hence we do fundraising things. And the Wear Your Slippers to Work Day was one of those fundraising things, something that I came up with. I was searching the internet for some fundraising ideas and thought, wow, the schools do all these fundraising, wear your mufti clothes to school, so why couldn't we do wear your slippers to work?
Have you got any idea of how much money you've raised so far?
Not yet, no.
Not a clue?
No.
So how does the bank work? Do you rely on donations of second-hand curtains from people, or do you use your funding to buy brand new curtains?
No, we rely on donations of curtains or material, curtain material. We have the ability to sew up new curtains from material. We get funding for things like thermal lining because all of the curtains have to be thermally lined, and curtain tape, and a lot of curtains have to be repaired or taken up as well. So that's really good, and we have a good lot of volunteers. Actually, we were really lucky. This week we had 8 volunteers from the new University Student Volunteer Centre come in on Wednesday, and they look like they had a ball.
What does the future hold for the Curtain Bank?
I think that we'll just keep campaigning different areas, like the Housing New Zealand was our big one last year, and we'll be through to winter this year, and then we'll look at student areas and student houses and getting more curtains into those. And it would be nice to think we could get curtains into every house, and every house in Dunedin would be warm, but I think it'll be continuing for a number of years actually. Yep.
Dunedin Curtain Bank co-ordinator Virginia Driver, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you.